What's up guys, Erroneous here, back with another Raid Shadow Legends video. This is going to be episode 1 of the Shyak Fragment Summon Champion, and I'm going to be going over why you absolutely should be going for this champion. I know a lot of people that are endgame, a lot of endgame players at this point in time since the game's been around for 5 years, but I want to explain to you why you absolutely should be going for this guy, and maybe I'll give you some tips along the way as well on how you can easily obtain him, especially if you're an earlier mid-game player. So let's do this. All right, first things first, we're going to go right into the tournaments here. And I am a free-to-play player. I've been playing for almost 5 years. And why you should absolutely be going for this champion, for one commonsensical reason, would be because of the Guardian Ring. That's pretty straightforward. If you want to get duplicates, or if you happen to pull him as a champion in the future from a shard, then you want duplicates of champions, right? So, and duplicates are going to be extremely powerful for anybody's account, especially when you're filling them. And because this guy is, I believe, a lizard man, let me just double check really quickly. Take a look at him. He's actually an orc. So he is an orc champion, which means you're going to be able to empower the orcs. And for me, if I happen to pull him in the future, I can get the second round, which is going to be at plus 10% attack for all legendary orc champions on the account. So that is very beneficial for any players out there trying to go for this Fragment Summon champion. And that's just one reason why I would go for him, and why I typically go for as many fusions as possible, unless I feel extremely burnt out. Of course, if you're so burnt out, you're tired, you're going on vacation, you want to spend more time with friends and family or do other things, then yes, it's okay to skip fusions. A lot of times people just have that fear of missing out, or FOMO as they call it, and so you just go for every single one. There's also those players who, like myself, you want to be, it's kind of like Pokemon, you want to catch them all if you can. And so just going for them simply because of that is totally fine, because you're having fun and you're wanting to go for these champions. That's okay. But what the biggest impact is going to be is how well he's going to support your account, and how does he impact your account if you're end game versus an early game. So I've already gone over this guy's kit in a previous video, so if you want to check out that previous video, feel free to do so. I'm not going to go over his kit in this video. But also during this video, I will be pulling some shards. I didn't mention that in the beginning, but I will be pulling some shards as well, so stay tuned for the shard pulls. Right now we have Ice Golem tournament going on. A way that you can beat this, you're going to want to farm stage 20 of the normal mode. Personally, I'm actually farming hard 9, even though it's a lot less return for the resources that you're putting into it. So farming stage 20 is more optical on normal mode, and farming stage 9 is just because you want to get better gear. I personally am trying to get better gear on my account, so I'm farming stage 9 of hard mode so I can get mythical gear from the Ice Golem, and plus they have a cursed gear drop right now. So I'm currently in 7th place, as you can see behind me there. 7th place, I'm pushing slowly but surely, but I'm also still trying to focus on Sand Devil. So as of right now, I will be farming Sand Devil for today and tomorrow, and trying my best to get this Immortal Soulstone. However, I don't recommend going for Sand Devil, especially if you have only a limited amount of resources to go for Shyak, the Summon Champion. But I do personally have 1,300 gems stockpiled. Had a little bit of a lull, and in between those two fusions, I farmed Doom Tower, was farming Curse City, and you can get a bunch of things from normal Curse City. Like, I haven't even been farming normal. I don't know why. I just been not farming. It's just so much to do in the game that you get a little bit tired, you get a little bit burnt out, and you don't want to spend all day into the game. I'm one of those players where I actually step away from the game. I don't let it play in the background of my computer. I don't use RSL Helper. I don't use BlueStacks. I don't use emulators to help me achieve more progress on my account. I've never done that. The only thing I've ever done is on my cell phone, on my mobile device, you can actually get an app that allows for an auto clicker. So it just simply taps to, do the next fight, because I run out of energy, or run out of multi-battles, that is. But other than that, I've never used any other emulator for playing this game. But you can come in here, you can get energy, you can get food, the chickens, you can get silver. This is just normal mode, of course. In hard mode, this is how far I am currently. and I'm struggling on the Amius boss, but I should be focusing on Amius if I can, because it's going to help me get to the this guy right here, Carnage, as quickly as possible. Plus, you can think about your quest lines, right? So if you're coming up close to like the 750 energy and you need to beat a couple more quests, then come here, beat a couple quests. Maybe you're close to the 750 energy, and that's going to help towards the fusion. If not, maybe you're getting close to the rank 5, getting 2 rank 5 chickens. Same thing for over here in normal. If you beat the quests or these stage awakening quests or whatever you call them, the normal city quests, then you could potentially get a cursed chest. So from here, from the normal difficulty from the cursed city quest line, you can potentially open a chest and get a 3-star chicken, 4-star chicken, energy as well, or even multi-battles or additional XP boost, which helps you during champion training. So just consider that when you're farming Cursed City and other areas of the game. And then you can also keep in mind Doom Tower hard mode. There's silver, there's gems, there's energy, there's chickens, there's shards. And then if you can only do normal mode, which I'm focusing on it now, I've got more energy here in case I'm running low. I come in here, pick up energy by beating the floors, pick up another chicken for champ training, another chicken for champ training, and then it kind of just keeps on going. Every single 10 stages, you almost always get energy. Every 10 stages is always energy. So just keep that in mind. So yeah, for the next thing that you could potentially do, because we have champion training going on, and when you keep in mind champ training, you want to make sure you're feeding some of those brews into your champions. I, for one, am low on those brews because of the recent events during the week. But if you don't have brews, then you're going to have to try to get energy elsewhere or somehow farm in other areas. Keep in mind your sparring pit. Don't just not use this. I see people just never use this. But if you're free to play or low spend, you don't spend much money into the game, then yes, you're going to want to use this. Even if you're a spender, you can still use this and upgrade champions over time, even though it's a slower process. Other than that, what else is going on? So we've got Ice Golem champion training going on right now. Sand Devil's going on. Dragon Tournament, I'm not doing it. It's just the epics only, but I'm not wasting my resources there. I suggest you not to waste your resources there. Champion training, I just went over. Summon Rush, how many points do we need? So 3,200 for 15 fragments. It's not bad. I would also recommend going for all of the fragments. You do have a chance to get a ton. Don't forget that you can get a free ancient shard from here just from upgrading artifacts. So for me, if I go in here, I can go and get a nice ancient shard. Upgrade this to 8. We got speed, but we didn't get... I wanted triple speed, so I don't even want that. So let's go back here. Get ourselves... Actually, we need 2 more points. Let's go back in one more time. Let's go ahead and upgrade this next one. We're looking for triple speed or triple... I was hoping triple res. Either way, we'll roll that to level 12 at some point. Artifact enhancement's not going on. That's why I'm not leveling it all the way up. So we did get ourselves another ancient, so we're at 131 now. So there's more ways to get resources for this. Go back here. So that's the fusion warm-up event. Make sure you get and collect that ancient. Dungeon Divers in 15 hours. Summon Rush, we need to... I would recommend pulling Sacred Shards to make it easier for yourself. But the ancients, typically they're 20 points each. They're now 40 points each on this one. And there's a guaranteed champion event for Shemnath. Personally, I'm not too fond of the Shemnath. However, if you pull 100 of these, it's going to give you 4,000 points. So if you have 100 ancients, you can get 4,000 points. Although you don't need to pull that many. You really only need to pull, what? 50. That's going to be 2,000. Plus 75 is 3,000. So 75 ancients and then a bunch of mysteries. Or like what I could do if I wanted to get Carpal Tunnel is just pull a bunch of mystery shards and then pull a few sacreds. Personally, because I'm going on vacation starting tonight, I'm not going to do this because I'm not going to be playing Raid as often on my vacation. So I'm probably just going to go with sacred shards today and then pull a few mysteries for the rest of the day and have it done. Okay, I'm not going to go crazy. So, and the sacred shards cost 500 points each for Summon Rush. The other thing is, before I go and do that, in the news, if we look at the event here, you can get up to how many fragments. Players can earn up to 130 champion fragments if they can top the leaderboards. So you can choose which events and tournaments to take part in. So for this fragment event, the champion training tournament and champion chase tournament will award 5 extra fragments. So champ training and champion chase. So you'll get an additional 5 fragments for champ chase, an additional 5 fragments for champ training. So if you go ham on both of those, you could just pull until you get to, for this event right now, Summon Rush, you can just pull for the first 5 fragments and skip out on the 10 if you want to save your resources. That's only if you finish in first and second. So that's, never mind. Most players don't get first or second. So if a player that finishes first in the champ training tournament is level 41 or above, they'll receive 10 extra fragments instead. So wow, that actually might be beneficial for some players that are lower level. If the player that finishes first place in champ chase tournament is at level 31 or above, they will also receive 10 additional fragments. So, I mean, obviously that's a spender's delight there. So I don't put all your money in the pot on this. Okay, I wouldn't suggest it. So let me go ahead and count the frags here though. So we got 15, 25, 30, 40, 55, 75, 55, 75, 80, 90, 110. So you can get 10 additional fragments. I'll count that one more time. 10, 20, 30, 40, 55, 60, 70, 80, 90, 110. Yeah, so you can get a total of 110, so 10 extra fragments, not including getting first place in champ training or champ chase. So you can skip out on 10. My recommendation is if you don't have many shards, skip out for this summon rush, just get to the first 5 fragments and don't get the 10 fragments, which means you really only have to go to, what is it, 2350? That's 4 sacreds and a bunch of mysteries. Or if you just have a ton of mysteries saved, pull all your mysteries, then use your sacreds or whatever else you have to kind of finish out the rest of the event. So anyways, let's do this. I know it's a little bit far into this video at this point, so I do apologize for that. I had to make you watch that entire time. We're going to pull 6 and then we'll be done. Sinesha, that'll bring her to +2. And what are we looking for? Alika. We're looking for Alika on this one. Caden, I guess I'll +1 him. That's 2 so far. If we do get a legendary, I'm looking for Harima, but I don't think I'm going to get a legendary. So that's 3. Okay, 3 more here. Come on. Another one. Vogoth, very strong champion, but I already have 2 built. I do recommend building 2, but I don't really recommend building 3. This is number 5, and we got 1 more here. INS, she's not really that great. And number 6. Okay, so we didn't get an Alika, which sucks because I want to +3 her or +4 her soon. Malekith is actually really strong, very strong support champion. Don't sleep on this guy. He does have a revive for Knight's Rev, so build him if you get him. All right, so that's it for the pulls, and let's see where we're at. We should have 3,000. Yep, we got 3,000, so the rest are going to be pulled with mystery shards for me. Now, I could, if I wanted to, pull more and get the XP barrel and energy. I think I might actually pull 2 more because I want 700 energy. That's a lot of energy. I'm going to go, because I'm free to play, I'm going to go 2 more. So that'll be a total of 8 sacreds. I was originally, now if you don't have the resources, don't do what I'm doing right now. I'm doing it because I want extra energy for Sand Devil. So this will be number 7. Nazana is a very old champion. She does ally protection. She's decent. I wouldn't say she's super strong though. Last one here. And another epic. Okay. So it is a Ruella. I'm going to go ahead and +2 her. So we didn't get an Alika, which stinks, but we are going to get the energy. We're going to get the fragments. We have tons of energy. So that's 300. That's going to be 1,000 energy right there from pulling 8 sacreds. So obviously not a lot of people are going to have that many shards saved up, but it's worth it if you have the resources available. And then of course, all of this stuff is just extra in between. Obviously, if I had the resources, even more sacreds, like 30 saved, I'd probably pull like 15 sacreds and go all the way out here because legendary books and mythical tomes are extremely hard to come by. Oh, I didn't mention this. The fragments can be utilized towards Mother Mod. So Slixus was the fragments that I got extra from the previous fusion. for the Intraxa, I think her name was something like that. Innovator, Incarnate. I was completely wrong. So yeah, Incarnate additional fragments. Once they release the new patch, then I can utilize Slixus for High Mother mod. And then, of course, the extra fragments for this guy is going to go towards High Mother mod as well. Anyways, that's going to be it for this one, guys. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you on a video soon. Take care.